What's up, YouTube? This is the first in a video series for HomeGamer DIY tools. As you can see, much of this is Tekton. The exception is that set right there, which is Gearwrench, and that is Mueller-Kueps or something like that. I have two other sets that I'll show as well. These are just the more portable of the sets, at least these in the pouches, and you can just throw that in a toolbox and lug it wherever you want, of course. Wrenches are great to have in abundance, and in particular because they're so easy to just grab and get to work with, as opposed to a ratchet and socket where you got to find the right socket size, you got to find the right ratchet and ratchet size, especially one to fit the application depending on what you're working on. Sometimes it's just more convenient to reach over, grab your wrench, and get started. So, that out of the way, this information is based on my own use, of course, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm a DIYer, not a professional, and these have not seen day in, day out abuse and use. For the most part, I try and baby my tools, but they don't get a whole lot of use is what I'm trying to say, but enough for me to talk about them. When I was first researching this and wanting to build out a tool set, Tekton is the one brand that I just kept coming back to, because for one thing, they don't skip sizes. So that goes from 8 all the way to 22, which I'm actually holding in my hand here. And it's true for the setup here too. That actually goes from 8 to 19. That goes from 8 as well, I believe, to 19. Focus. Okay, I'll get my hand out of the picture. And then the set on the left right there, that goes from 6 to 19. I like it from a completion aspect. It's just nice to see all the numbers in a row. You don't have to do any guesswork, like, okay, the wrench right after 14 is 15, the wrench right after 15 is 16. I don't know, there's just, it makes me feel good seeing every single size accounted for, especially with the metric sets. I mean, with the fractional, like, okay, whatever, what am I missing? You know, I don't really care as much, and they're also not used as much, so whatever. But with metric, and there are use cases, and I've pulled out an 18 millimeter before and a 16. Can't really, well, maybe not a 16, but definitely an 18. I think on a Volkswagen that I was helping my neighbor with. Anyway, point being, it's nice to have all the sizes, and they're not that expensive comparatively. So I mean, it's not like a bargain bin price necessarily, but they're not super expensive. You also get 10% back with Tekton. So let's say you spent $100 on tools, you'll get $10 in Tekton gift card, essentially, credit towards your next purchase. So that's kind of nice. Except for the fact that then you have that sitting there waiting, and then you got to find a way to justify purchasing something else. But anyway, I digress. So Tekton kind of fits the mold for no skips, really nice tools. They have a good lifetime warranty. They actually have a warranty such that it doesn't matter if you sell these on eBay or buy them on eBay. If they have the word Tekton and they are made by Tekton, they'll warranty it if it breaks. It doesn't matter who owned it first or whatever. They'll just warranty it. So that's cool. Really good company to work with too. I have had to warranty a few items. Actually, on this set here that I'm holding, the one right in front, the polish or the finish of all wrenches, the 10 millimeter, which you use a lot, was chipping off or flaking off, which was really strange. And they sent me a new 10 mil within a couple of days, I think. Might have even been like a day or two. It was really fast. So that was really cool. And they're just great to work with. This is just your regular combination wrench. So this is a box end on this side, 12 point. And what that means is for folks that are new, or new to automotive and nuts and bolts and all of that. I hope this focuses. Yeah, so you can kind of see it's the sides essentially of a fastener. So there are 12 here. It also fits fine on a 6-point bolt, which is standard. I mean, you see that much more often than a 12. I think for a 12, you see that maybe in some engines and pretty deep within the engine, if I'm not mistaken, in some cases. So it's pretty rare. The thing to know about this is that it's more universal from that standpoint, but if you have a 12 and you're putting it on a 6-point fastener, you could round it off. You know, that's not something a lot of people really worry about ever. I'm just kind of mentioning it. It depends, you know, if you had a really rusted fastener or something, you know, just in really poor shape, maybe it would happen then. But by and large, I don't worry about that. But again, just informational. And then you have your open end. So this can come in handy if you can't get the box end around. You always want to use this to break loose a bolt or a nut, but then you can, if it's easier for you, just use this to wrench it off. So not much more to say about these, but they're just solid, regular, standard wrenches. I reach for them all the time. And this is the carrying case for it, which rolls up really neatly. It comes with the set. That you can get it with the set. And then they also have where they hang like this, and I'll show that in a little bit. Okay, so this set right over here, I will pick up next. It is this right here. Looks a lot similar to the first set, probably, but notice that on the end, it's different in two ways. Not only is it a flex head, but it also is ratcheting. So you can hear the clicking of that. It doesn't have a switch, so you have to just flip it to the right orientation. So this would be loosening on this side. This would be tightening on this side. Other than that, it's kind of the same thing where you have the open end and again, no skips. So it's a pretty good wrench. I will say, these are really handy, don't get me wrong, but for use cases where I've needed them, you have to really be careful because this is pretty thick, for one thing. So it's not gonna fit in some places that you might think it would fit into. Also, because it doesn't have a selector switch, if your clearance is not very good, real use case scenario here, I believe I was working on a Toyota Sienna van and I was trying to undo a nut or a bolt for an engine mount. And there wasn't a lot of room. So the mount was here and either the nut or the bolt sat here. And then the top of the, where it was inside the frame of the car was like here. So there wasn't much room. If you undo that bolt or nut with this, again, it doesn't have a selector switch. So if you start backing off that fastener, you could run yourself out of room to where this can't then get off the nut or bolt to, you know, then move. So just, yeah, I mean, that just goes to show, I have gotten this stuck before, and I don't know if you can see it, but I have damaged it a little bit. And I'm not gonna warranty that, of course. I mean, it's my own self-inflicted wound on it. Not a big deal, but again, this has its use case. It's really handy, it's really nice, and I like this set. I actually really like it because it's 6-point on the end. So if I were consciously thinking about it, and I probably wouldn't be, to be quite honest with you, but if I were thinking about it, I might reach for this as opposed to a 19 mil of that set because it's 6-point. There's just less of a chance that I round the fastener. As a home gamer, as a DIYer, time, yeah, I mean, we're working on the weekends or whatever, you know, when you have a day off, but if it takes me 5 minutes to loosen a bolt or nut versus 10 because I have to use, you know, manual means, it's not the end of the world. This just helps speed things up. Keep all of that in mind, take it with a grain of salt. I really do like these, but they do have their limits because they don't have that selector switch and, you know, etc. All right, that set right up there is the stubby set. Same concept as these, it's just small. I actually have never had to reach for these, but my neighbor just borrowed this very one, actually. It's great just for moments like this. It wasn't a really expensive set. For when you just need it, you need it. And there we are. Okay, that set right there. I wanted to have these for the exact same reason as the stubbies. They're like angled wrenches. I 45-degree offset angle, I think, or something like that. I like knowing that I have it. It wasn't terribly expensive, and it just fills out that need of specialty tool that I might come across a use for at some point. Really good fit and finish. Feels good in the hand. But again, I've never used this one, so any of these. And these, this is from that set right there. These are Gearwrench. These are line wrenches or flare nut wrenches. They're flexible, flex head. I don't think I've ever had to use these either. I wound up needing a flare wrench that I actually borrowed from a friend to do a high pressure line, power steering line on an Odyssey. And after that job, I realized these are invaluable. And why they're invaluable. They're called line wrenches because, you know, if you're trying to get on like a line, you need to go into the line and then put this down on the nut that you're trying to loosen. And you want to grip onto that nut with as many sides as you possibly can. So yeah, I've never had to use these. Can't really say much more about them than that. It's just nice to know that I got them. All right, so this Mueller-Kueps so is, I guess, the maker of it. This is a wrench extender. And I have used this before, and to its fullest capacity, even with this right here. You can put a ratchet plugged into there or a breaker bar or whatever, which is actually really handy because if I'm not mistaken, as I'm thinking through this, geometrically speaking, if you're trying to get like a really tight suspension component off that you can't fit a socket and ratchet into, you can get a wrench on it. This gives you more clearance, and some of those are big. I mean, they're 19 mil, 17 mil, whatever. And basically, you would probably want your box end to help break it loose. But you stick your wrench in, like so, however you need to configure it, and then you loosen. Really like this. I actually wish that I had a smaller version of it too. I think there are sets out there now. When I bought this years ago, this was like the only thing you could buy out there. Someone could probably make one of these pretty inexpensively. It wasn't cheap. I think I probably paid like 50 bucks for this. But you know, it's really nice to have. As opposed to, most people have seen this trick. You can put together two wrenches like so, but it does mar them, and I don't like doing that. Can mar them at the very least, and again, I don't like doing that. So I don't mind having the wrench extender. I still do that from time to time if the wrench extender is too big or whatever. But you can also just choke up on it, like so, if you just need a little bit more reach. It's pretty versatile. Anyway, that is the wrench extender. I'll show you the standing or the different setup that you can buy, one of the different setups that you can buy these Tectons configuration-wise in. But yeah, they've served me well. I highly recommend them. I like the no skip. They were in a good price point. Good company. For hand tools especially, I really like the fit and finish and feel of Tecton. They just kind of, they're like the Goldilocks for everything that I'm looking for. So for those reasons, highly recommend them. So this is the other configuration that you can buy for the Tecton wrenches where they hang up, which is really nice. I actually have two sets of these 12-point box end combination wrenches. As you can see, I have, well, two of the metrics anyway. I have just one of the fractional, just because they're really not ever needed. Everything car-wise these days is metric. I'm not going to say everything, but anything that I've ever worked on in the last couple of years is all metric. But I like just having these in that configuration. I don't mind having two sets because it's just more convenient for me. And I can use these at home without, you know, hauling out that pouch and laying it out and whatnot. It's just, these are hanging up and super convenient. So yeah, this is my setup. Hope it helps. If you liked it, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will have more videos in the future on HomeGamer and DIYer tools. So look for those soon. Peace.